Hi guys, good morning. It's been a minute. I know I say that all the time, but it has actually been such a long time since I posted a video. I think my last video was in February or March, early March. But I'm here now. So yesterday night I went for the AKO show. That's the MMA show in Lagos, and it was amazing as usual. I had so much fun. I met new people, people that love the sports, and people that loved the fighters that I like. So it was so nice. Yeah, so this weekend is going to be it's a slow weekend for me at the bakery. So I decided that so it's what time is it now? So I think it's like 12 now. So I've done all the things I'm supposed to do for the weekend, and I decided that this is the perfect weekend to do a 24-hour readathon. So I gave myself a target of 100 books this year, and we're already in April, and I've read just like 20. If I continue going the way I'm going, I'm not going to reach 100. So I'm gonna bring back my readathons. I haven't done any this year, so today I'm gonna start. Hopefully I finish by tomorrow afternoon ish, because I plan to use the timer method. That is the one where you read, you press pause if you want to do something else, and I plan to sleep also because I've done the readathons where I just read, and it's not an enjoyable experience. Like reading for 24 hours straight is not an enjoyable experience. You don't enjoy the books and you're sleep deprived, so it doesn't make sense for me. So I'm going to read, sleep, eat, watch TV maybe. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm also thinking of doing sad books this time around. For you guys that know, I like trauma, like I like traumatic books and shows and movies, stuff like that. So I'm gonna pick out the sad books on my shelf and then decide on the ones that I want to read. So let me pick out the books. So I've picked out the books on my shelf. Let me show you guys. So I'm not going to tell you guys about the books because I don't know much or anything about most of the books. I don't like reading the blurbs of the books, so I don't know what the story is about. I just know these are samples from reels I've seen and pictures I've seen from the books since I read. So the first book is The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak. Yes, this is number one. Next book is From Scratch. From Scratch, there's a show of this on Netflix. I've been meaning to watch it for the longest time, but I haven't because I'm so scared. I'm so scared to watch it. I think the main character is played by Zoe Saldana. I'm not too sure. But yeah, so maybe after I read the book, I'll be able to watch it. The books, I think the book is going to be sadder. So if I can overcome this, I should be able to overcome. I should be able to watch the show. So the next one is The Nightingale. I heard this is very, very sad about World War II, some women and stuff that happened. Yes, this is number 3 on my list. Then the next two are by the same author, Khalid Hosseini, A Thousand Splendid Suns and The Kite Runner. I'm not sure. I want to read one of his books, and I'm thinking of reading this, but I found out that this came out before this, so I'm not sure if I'm going to read this first. And they're standalone, so you can read them any way you want to read them, but I don't know which I'm going to read first. I'm reading one of them for sure. And then the last book on my list is Tomorrow Died Yesterday by Chibika Garrett. I read, what's it called? I read his other book, The Broken People's Playlist. That's a book of short stories. And I'm still trying to recover from the first story. Like, it was crazy. So this one, I heard it's written after a true life story. I'm not sure if that's true, but I heard about some friends, some 4 boys. I don't know. I'm sad just just thinking about it. I don't know if what I'm doing is wise though, like reading just sad books for the entire weekend, but I should be fine. I should be fine. And then obviously I can't talk about sad books without mentioning the saddest book I've ever read in my entire life. A Little Life, the love of my life. This book I read it last year, and if you have been following me for a while, you know how much I spoke about how much I love this book. And like I find myself doing random stuff. Like I could be baking or doing something, and then I just remember a scene in this book, and then I start crying. Like the entire day, I'll be crying. Yeah, it's such a sad book, but such a good book, like well written. If you haven't read it, please pick this up. But if you're not like in a good place, don't pick it up. But read the trigger warnings first before you pick it up. But it's a must read. Like I just read the summary. It's a must read. This book, yeah. So so I typically read 3 to 4 books in my readathons. So I'm gonna pick just maybe 3, 4 from these guys. I'm gonna pick them as I read. Um, yeah. So let's see how it goes. Let me get my timer and then I'll start and take you guys along. I also need to get breakfast. Or should I say brunch? Since it's about 12 now. Yeah, so I'm gonna get a muffin and tea and then we'll start.
Hi guys, so I just realized that the first part of my video didn't have I wasn't holding my microphone in the first part of the video, so I'm really hoping I'm going to be able to perform magic to make sure you guys hear what I was saying. But now I have the microphone, so everything should be fine from now. So I wanted to give you guys an update on the book. So far I've been reading for 6 hours and I'm like 75% done with the book, which is slower than I thought I would have been. But that's what it is. So far I'm loving the book. I really like what's happening in the book so far. The plot is amazing. I love the characters. I love the writing style. So we have multiple POV in this book. So there are 4 main characters and we have their point of views, which I really like. So I think that's my new best stuff. So most of the books I liked this year and last year had multiple POVs and also had like dual timeline. So far this book is making me more angry than sad. There's a lot of injustice going on in this book. So a major plot of the story is about the what's happened and what's currently happening in Niger Delta. You know, they found oil there. Like when they found oil, the role the government played in everything that's happening, the role oil companies played in all the kidnapping, the dirty water, like everything that is happening now, oil bunkering, stuff like that, all the explosions. So like a lot of things happened to some innocent people that weren't supposed to happen. So the whole thing is just annoying. And so far it's going well. I'm 75% done, and I don't think anything in the book would make me reduce my rating of the book to lower than 4 stars. Like it's going so well already. The 4 friends, I love them. There are 2 I really like. There's one that reminds me of Jude in A Little Life. He's very fragile, very nice, very good. He's a very good person. I really love him. There's another guy there that reminds me of Badge in Men's Club. It's a show on YouTube about 4 friends also. So this guy is very funny. He's a lawyer and then he's also a chef. He has 4 restaurants. He's amazing, always making people laugh. So far it's going so well. I'm really enjoying it. I should finish in about 2 hours or so, or 1 hour hopefully. Then I'm gonna grab dinner and then pick up another book. So bye guys. Hi guys, good morning. It's Monday and I'm finally done. This weekend has been a very nice weekend for me book wise. Like I read a lot of amazing books. Yeah, so I finished yesterday, but yesterday was such a hot, long, annoying day. Like it was so hot. I don't know what's happening in Lagos. Like this heat is something else. So I wasn't able to film because it was so annoying. But I finished this on Friday night and it was such a good book for me. Like apart from the fact that the book had multiple POV, there was like I love when you find the name of the book in the book. So there was a part where one of the main characters was being interviewed and like so okay so the interviewer was saying that, oh, that why are you doing what you're doing, how about the future of the youths, blah blah blah, and he said the youths have no future, their tomorrow died yesterday. It was crazy. So I like that, but the whole book was a good book. But remember I said that I don't think anything can make me bring my rating down to lower than 4 stars. I was wrong. Like I was so wrong because towards the end of the book, like as I continued the book and slightly before I gave you guys a review, the book started feeling rushed. Like I felt like we were just being dumped with information that weren't like just being dumped with information. Like so many things were going on, like back to back to back to back to back. So I feel like with like 100 more pages or 150 more pages, I know plenty of people will not agree with me, but the book was like 281 pages. So with like 400 pages, it should have been like a masterpiece. Like it would have been so good because the author would have had the chance to like flesh out all the ideas all the things he was dropping on us. He would have had the chance to like flesh them out. But still, it was such a good book. I really, really enjoyed it. I ended up giving it 4 stars. Like I'll still buy anything he writes. Like I'll rush to buy anything he writes. So such a good book. Then a few minutes, well, not a few minutes, like maybe 30 minutes before I went to bed, I started A Thousand Splendid Suns, and this book was a roller coaster of emotions. Is that correct English? Yeah. So it was so crazy. Like I won't lie, I cried. Like I won't lie, I cried a few times, and I cried a few times, and I kept wailing like, why are you so wicked? What did women ever do to you? It was so bad. Like it was so bad. So the book was about two women and their relationships with their parents, their children, their husbands. So it was set in Afghanistan during the invasion of the Soviet Union. Once they dealt with that, they also had to deal with the emergence of the Taliban, and those ones brought in rules and like new laws. And these women had to like fight for themselves, had to fight for their children. There was hunger, there was war, death. It was crazy, such a crazy time for them in Afghanistan. And then yeah, so it was so crazy. And then there was a part of the book where something good happened. Like I was so happy, but then I told myself, Amaka, you have like 70 pages more. Like don't be happy yet, like something else is gonna happen. And then that happened, but then the book still ended so well. I loved it. I think this book was like so well written. Like it was so well written. I don't think I've read any book like I didn't find any faults in this book. Like, there's nothing I would change about this book. Okay, apart from the sad parts, but that's necessary for the book. But there's nothing I would change about this. There was no grammatical error. There was no plot hole. Everything was like perfect, like perfection, perfection. If you haven't read this book, I think you should read it. Like, even if it's just for like knowledge and information to know about what's going on in the world, I think you should read this. But well, it's also very sad to be prepared for that. But this book was too good, like too good. I'm buying everything this man writes, like every single thing he writes. I'm buying, like I'm buying. So it was so good. And then I also loved the fact that the book was about two women and all the injustice that happened to them, but it was written by a man, and he wrote the book in such a great way. Like he wrote the women so well. Like they were strong. Obviously, they didn't start out strong, but they were strong at the end. They fought for their rights. Like I loved it, and then I loved how um I love the way he just wrote the book. Like it was so good, so good. So read this if you haven't read it. Since A Thousand Splendid Suns was just like a masterpiece, right? I knew I had no choice but to read his other book that I have, The Kite Runner. This was his first book, so I knew going into it, it wasn't going to be as great as the other one since he wasn't as experienced of a writer. Is that correct English? God, I'm speaking. I don't know what I'm speaking today. Yeah, so I knew it wasn't going to be as good as that other one, and then since that one was such a masterpiece, like it was like I didn't think it was going to be as good, but I was wrong, man. This book was just as good. I don't even know which I prefer. Like I love the two of them. I love the two of them so much. I read it in one sitting from 10 p.m. to like 4 a.m. this morning. And so I didn't cry in this one as I cried in that other one, but my heart ached so much when things happened to the characters that I liked. Like I was so scared reading this book, like so scared going through the pages. Like I'm like, oh God, don't let this happen. Oh God, don't let this happen. Like so, I knew some things were going to happen. I knew some people would die, some things happen to people, but I didn't know how, right? And then like when they happened, heartache, heartache. I didn't cry though. I didn't cry. But I was staring at the ceiling a lot. I was lost in thoughts a lot. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. This guy, I wish I could write like this. Like, why can't I write like this? Why can't I write like this or do anything like this? Like So good. This book was set in the same timeline and the same world as the other one. It was set in Afghanistan also, but this time around, the main character was from a rich home. This time around, the main character was he wasn't a typical hero. He was very flawed. Like he was very very flawed, and I love how the writer like I love how he builds his characters and he builds their experiences, and it feels like you are there. Like it feels like you're experiencing what they're experiencing. I like how he just slips in some endearing things. Like there's a line in this book. Okay, there's something one of the guys used to say to the other guy, his best friend. He used to say, "For you, 1,000 times over," and then at the end, the other one said it to someone. Ah, God. Oh, hmm. This book was so good. So I also love the fact that this time around, this book was about a father and his son, or all the fathers and their sons. So like I think so since he wrote this one first and was about fathers and their sons, and then he decided to write the other one about moms and their daughters. I loved the relationships. I love that they were very human. Like no human is perfect. So like they were human. They had their faults. There were some secrets. There was betrayals. Yeah, but I the only thing I would change in this book, like I loved every part of this book, but the only thing I would change is that I would love the POV of the second main character. Like I would love to know what was going through his mind. It would have been much sadder, but I would have loved to know what was going through his mind, know his view of the world, because he was such a great guy. Like I haven't read any well, he was such a great guy. So all I'll say, I really, really liked it. So if you guys know of any books that are like this, so I don't mean sad books. I have a lot of those. If you know of any books that are well written like this, please recommend to me in the comments. I really love this readathon, and then I feel like my end of the month review is going to be so crazy because I've read a lot of 5-star books, and I plan to read like great books this month. Like I'm not reading anything just for reading sake. I'm reading like books that I want to read. I'm going to DNF books that are not good. So have a great week, guys. It's Monday. Go what's the thing they say? Go break a leg. Break a leg this week. Yeah. Okay, bye guys. Read something this week too. Bye. Bye bye.